Okay, we're los Crudos. I want to first of all just thank everybody for helping us out and doing the show and all that stuff. Before we start, we're going to start with a song called Nada Cambia, which means nothing changes. Hasta que lo hagamos cambiar, until we make it change, right? You know, I guess basically, I mean, we've been on this tour for about, close to 4 weeks or so. And it's been really cool. Shows, a lot of places we've been playing. People have just been, most bands, we played some really cool bands and met some really cool people, but then again, sometimes it gets to the point where we feel like it's just rock and roll, you know what I mean? And, I don't know, I think there's just so many bands going around just like playing their shows and doing their shit, and this is kind of be a little dry after a while. I think it's great that the show's being held in a house and all that. And I think we have to sometimes really think about what it is we have, and we should really appreciate what we have, because there's other people in other places that can't have what we have, can't do things the way we do it. That whole DIY ethic gets to be really tough. And I know recently when I spoke to a friend in Mexico, he said that they can't have punk shows in Mexico City right now. And just to give you an idea, when we played Mexico City, there were 1,000 kids at our show. And imagine 1,000 kids not being able to see punk bands because the political situation there right now. Things have gotten really, really tough because of all the stuff that happened in Chiapas. The whole country is really pissed off about a lot of stuff, so it's affected even the punks. And I know, when we play houses and parties and, shows, everyone's just out to have a good time, but, I guess all I gotta say is just to think about what maybe somebody else doesn't have and what the advantage we take of what we got, because it's not all fun for everybody. But, the first song is called Nothing Changes Until We Make It Change, and it's about that, okay? Song we'll do is a new one. It'll be out in a couple weeks. It's a split up with Hit Boy, so we'll do. But you know what? I forgot to bring in the lyric sheets again. I translated the lyric sheets. Okay, so after the show, if you want them, we'll give you some, because we do all our song in Spanish, although you probably can't even tell anyways. But so it's important that we have those lyric sheets available. Chicos, will be the next song. sorry, but can't do anything about that, I guess. It's working right now. It's not there. It's short. I guess the mic, I don't know. There's another new song. It's called "En Mi Opinión," which means "in my opinion." And basically, the song is about domestic violence. And yesterday, I told a little story about something that I witnessed not too long, a couple years ago, and I don't know, I guess I don't want to get into the story again, but there's many stories, and a lot of us have our own stories of somebody that we know that has or will be or is going through a pretty rough relationship. And basically, the song is written in a man's perspective to other men, and basically because I know as a man within circles of men, really shitty and disgusting things can be said. And one thing is words, but words are a big deal, but then also there's action, and when people are acting in a really horrible way towards women, I think that's shitty.
And I know that since we're all punks and then we think we know it all, you know, because we're so up on all what's going on in the whole fucking world, right? Because we claim we know it all. And we're the supreme, like, alternative and all that shit. But realistically, I know from the punks that I've come across in this scene and in many scenes all over the country, even back home in Chicago, there's a lot of fucking ignorance, right? And that's what this song is about. It's basically talking about abuse and different types of abuse, mainly domestic violence. And I guess I can relate this to many of our songs, but all that type of stuff, violence, if a child sees violence in the home and sees a father smacking the mother around, the child's going to learn that that's okay, and it's really not okay. And I guess when we, amongst ourselves, hear people talking stupid shit, let's not be afraid to confront it. Okay? And let's not be afraid to tell another guy, you know, I think you're full of shit and you're very wrong. Okay? It's just not right. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. And don't be afraid of being called a big faggot and a big sissy because you're not sitting around talking about pussy and about getting laid. Okay? That's what this song is about. It's about that type of abuse, not just vocal or verbal abuse, but actual, like, physical abuse, okay? This mic keeps on going out, so I'll try, okay?
Fuck the mic!
Fuck the mic. Sing with me then. What's up, man? I don't know. Very good. We just died.
Hello? Hi. Hi. Let's hope it stays there for a bit. Okay.
Let's go natural.
Yeah, hold it. Right. I gotta play that.
Okay, I'm just gonna stand there. Just shake my hand. So let's go.
It's your choice.
vengan a salvar, which means don't come save us. Means fight to be heard, and people very patient. We'll just get that guy. Lengua armada. Tongue. It's about words. It's about words and the power of them. The way they're used. We'll just go. Let's try. For whoever doesn't want to get bashed into, if there's anybody, there's room right up here, back here. You can stand with us back here if you want. It's optional, okay? Like I said, I don't want to finish the show and hear about somebody broken arm or leg or getting a fucking black eye, so why don't you guys just chill out a little bit. And next song we'll do... Okay. There's another new song, I don't know you anything. And basically the song is about immigration, I guess, or the whole immigration scare that's going on right now. And we know, like in California, that law actually, you know, according to votes, it won, but they haven't put it in, you know, to effect yet. Although some people have taken it into or upon themselves to like ask people as they're getting into like buses or cabs and things like that to show proof of, you know, residency or some type of green card. And I don't know, I think it's really funny that they pass laws like this. And I mean, don't be fooled by the word immigrant, because immigrant to me means everybody that is non-native, okay? That's immigrant to me. Immigrant nowadays means anybody that doesn't have a paper or like papers to prove that they're born here. But you know, there's immigrants from all over. Like America was built on and by immigrants, okay? Whether you were from Ireland or Poland or wherever, right? But I think the reality of it these days, the reality of the word immigrant is they know when they go to, you know, bust people and go, you know, immigration goes to make a raid at some factory, they know the exact immigrant they're looking for. And that immigrant is usually a darker skinned person that they go chasing, right, and go after. Somebody just told me about some organization, PAW, Protect America's Workers. I think they're in Alabama now. So these people have taken it upon themselves to go into fields and start arresting people and getting rid of them. So I mean, the situation I think in this country is getting really scary as far as this whole immigration thing. I mean, it's kind of funny, I don't know. I know, like, some native friends of mine are probably just like, you know, nobody showed us papers when they came, right? And it's just, I don't know, I just think it's a really weird thing and a really scary thing because it's happening all over the place. It just doesn't have a name like Proposition 187. But everywhere you go, you're having to find people who are getting deported. I know in Chicago, last I read in like the Chicago Tribune, since February there were 800 deportations in Chicago alone. Whatever, this song basically goes out to those people who think that we owe them every drop of sweat and blood and dollar that, you know, we bust our fucking asses for. Nobody ever gave us anything for free. We fucking work for what we got, you know what I mean? Nobody ever did anything for us, and that's what the song is about. So nobody did without this, I don't know you shit, okay? And it goes out to people like Pete Wilson and them. Alright, let's go. This is an old one, but for sure, she's in with Woo! And then what means from the outside. Okay, so the show is live? Okay. Okay, I have an idea. Instead of people like keep on pushing people even farther into us where I can't even move, why doesn't everybody just chill and move back a bit? And listen.
Netflix stuff.
Yeah, so chill out. ¿Qué seguimos? Okay, tú lo enseñaste, we'll do. Tú lo enseñaste it basically translates because you taught it. And I don't know, this song, basically, I mean, it is about education. Pat, is Pat here? Pat, who lives here? Pat, who lives here? Can you please come out to the front? I guess there's cops here, so. Okay.
Welcome.
I didn't know.
I thought it was like my back. Give me that face, man. Give us that face. Should we play or no? Yeah, play. Go.
No. Okay, well, through those enseñaste means you taught it. And basically the song is about things like racism and just the way that we learn that and how not any one person in this room is born like hating anybody for any reason. And I don't know, I guess everybody probably has their own story about what they can talk about as far as this goes. But I know like my niece who's from her dad's side of family, she's like Native American, and we're from South America, so...
Anti-cop song now, they're here. Come on.
Yes.
Anti-cop song.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's like they would understand. All the songs are in Spanish.
Boy, that'll be cool.
Well, basically, I want to talk about this, and she, like I said, is Native and Uruguayan, and she looks a lot more Native than anything, and a while back, I remember she came home really upset. I mean, she was probably 8 at the time. Our kids were coming to her going, 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians, 4 little 5. And we learned that song since we were kids, and we don't really think anything of it. Don't think anybody can take offense. But I mean, her at 7, 8 years old came home and was upset about it because she felt they were making fun of her. Okay? And I mean, this stuff and things like nursery rhymes, if you ever look at old nursery rhymes or old Disney cartoons, some of them are really nasty, really scary. And it's innocent little cartoons, you know, right? But this song basically is about education and what you teach people. And as long as people keep on spreading this type of ignorance and hate, stuff like that, it's going to keep on going. You know, that's, I guess what the song's about. Can we play? I mean, is this okay? Is it okay? Okay, tú lo enseñaste. Because you tell her, we're going, chill. Okay?
Another one? 2 strings, but I gotta change
So. Missing shoe, find that shoe, everyone.
It's up there.
Yeah, there's so many interruptions tonight, it's crazy. We're doing La Madre Lloran y Asesinos. La Madre Lloran, they're both old songs. I guess I can get into it and just go right into both songs. La Madre Lloran is basically translates The Mother's Cry, and it's about gang violence and about the problems that we have of that within our communities in many places in big cities in this country. But in our neighborhoods, it's been going on for like 30 years or something, right? And it never was a problem before. And I'll tell you why it wasn't a problem before, because it never hit the suburbs. It was never in wealthy neighborhoods, right, where people had to worry about it. It was always in the barrio, it was always in the ghetto, right? So who cared if a bunch of, you know, young African Americans and Latin Americans were shooting each other's heads off? It wasn't a problem before. But now that you have kids in like Winnetka and like really good, nice, beautiful, pretty suburbs, it's a problem. It's a cause for concern. But unfortunately, like we say, or like I'm going to say, is that it's really a sad thing because we lose people all the time. People we know, family members, friends, all that stuff. And it is a sad thing. And it's just the reality of what's happening, I guess. And then the next song is called Asesinos, which basically translates assassins. And I guess we dedicate this one to a lot of countries, because there's a lot of countries outside of this one that have to deal with really oppressive governments and have to deal with punk rock. Let me put it into terms where people can understand, because sometimes I feel I'm talking over everybody's fucking head. Punk rock, for instance, okay, is if we were in certain countries like Peru right now, okay, because of the dictatorship, or if we were in countries like where I'm from a few years back, this show would no way in hell be happening, okay? Most of us in this room would not be involved or probably even know what fucking punk is if we were living under a dictatorship. Anything like, for instance, men, if you have facial hair, okay, see, a lot of men right now have facial hair in my country, they like this. This was considered revolutionary. You know who Che Guevara is, right?
Yeah.
Che, you know, Rage Against the Machine, that fucking shirt with the guy on it? That's Che Guevara. He's a very famous fucking revolutionary that is used on Rage Against the Machine shirts, and people don't know who he is. He caused fucking revolutions a lot of places, that guy, with the help of other people. He had facial hair, okay? In my country during a dictatorship, if you had facial hair, you better look the fuck out, okay? That was like a big fucking deal. They would either shave your face right in broad daylight for the whole fucking world to see, or number one, or number two, they take you away. Anything like ripped clothes, please, hair, could not even touch your fucking collar, okay? So, you know, things like looking punk or looking hippie during that time was out. You could not do that. If you did, you would disappear, okay? If you were, quote-unquote, revolutionary, maybe if we had copies of Profane Existence back then, or things like that, your ass better count on being taken away and, like, disappearing forever, okay? Because that's how serious of a thing it is. So when we do shows, I think, like I said earlier, it's very important to really appreciate what we have, and let's not take it for granted, just write it off as a fucking party or something, right? Because it's not always a party. These are our last two songs, and thanks, everybody.
You know what
Asesinos, de verdad.
I need to blow your boots and your motorcycle.
Alright, we'll do one more. I know people are asking for Crudos and stuff like that, but we have a new drummer, so he doesn't know all our songs, okay? So we're doing the ones he knows, and there's not very many left at all. So we'll do one more. Yes. One more. Alright, this song's called Curiosidad, it's curiosity, okay? Thank you.